Hello there. So my name is Paola Granados Radlick. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I wanted to put together these tips for you and for friends or, administrators at schools, anybody who may find this helpful in order to navigate through sort of the craziness of what's happening right now with COVID-19. So most importantly, what I want to focus on today is really getting to the core of how to navigate the uncertainty and to be able for you to communicate calmness to those around you. So let's get started. I think the biggest thing is I want to let you know that this anxiety is normal, that it's okay for you to be feeling this anxious because of everything that's going on. And I think on some level, you understand that for sure. The thing is that we're quickly reminded of our human vulnerability right now. And what happens is that our survival brain kicks into high gear, and so it doesn't really allow us to think very clearly, especially when we're dealing with kids and in the home and you're having to work at home. You're not used to having that type of structure every single day when they're not at school. So let's do that together and talk about some tips that may be helpful. So the first tip and the most important thing that I really want you to focus on is being able to manage your own anxiety and stress during this period. Because without that, it's going to be really challenging for you to be able to kind of manage the day-to-day, and it's really going to impact your relationships in the family. So, how do we do this? One really important way to start is by grounding yourself in your breath. And so how you do this is to quite literally pay attention to the inhale and the exhale. So as it's going in, quite literally saying, I'm breathing in, and next you're exhaling, saying, I'm breathing out. And so that's a really good way for us to stop ourselves in the moment where we're feeling really overwhelmed and stressed out. Remember that kids pick up on everything, even the things that we're not saying, especially when we're anxious and nervous. So we want to make sure that we're modeling this ability that it's okay to have strong emotions and watch how I calm myself down in the moment. The other thing is I want you to really validate and acknowledge that you are having these emotions, right? And so how you can do this is to maybe even focus your attention on the area of the body where you're feeling that emotion and bringing some warmth or some gentleness, some attention to that area without necessarily pushing the emotion away. And that way, it can help you to kind of tolerate or just be in the moment with it, and it will pass, just like every single other emotion has. So that's the second piece of how to really ground yourself in this. Another way of doing this is if you're noticing that you're having a hard time being able to sit with the emotions, since this is which is like way too intense for you, I'm going to encourage you to maybe try another self-care technique that you know is effective for you. Whether it's walking the dog, going out on a run, maybe it's playing video games. Some technology during this time is totally acceptable. Exercising, doing art projects, whatever that may be for you and your family, let's model that for the kids and the teens right now. So, tip number 2 is that you're going to really be providing kids and teens with facts. Once again, they pick up on everything. They know that people are freaking out and that everything is not just a-okay. So one way that you can really phrase this for them, instead of saying like everything is okay, you can say, this is what we're doing. So you're going to insert whatever that is, whether it's a hand washing, whether it's social distancing, in order to stay safe and healthy, and we're doing our part. So it creates a sense of you're kind of containing those emotions for them, and then they feel secure in moving forward, even if you can validate that this anxiety is normal. So tip number 3, you're going to be creating structure for them, and not just for them, for you as well. So this means creating a type of schedule that works for you at home from morning till night. This is going to include wake up times and bedtimes. It's going to include you doing some work if you're working remotely, or creating a type of schedule that works with the kids, because they may still be expected to do schoolwork, to do homework. And please do not leave out the downtime, relaxing time, meditating, yoga at home, or being able to do art projects if you are really kind of creative, or getting creative. There's so much stuff out there on the internet that we can find. Tip 4. We're going to go easy on ourselves. This is really important because you're just learning how to navigate all of this. And so by really taking the time to acknowledge that it's okay, that you may not have the structure and this schedule up and running within the first week, that's fine. This is a time where you get to actually prioritize what's important to you. So if before all of this occurred, you wanted to maybe spend some more time with family, now you have the time to do it. Maybe you weren't calling family members enough and you felt really guilty about that. That's okay. Maybe you're not able to go visit them still, but picking up the phone or calling on FaceTime, making sure that you're doing that with friends as well. Really making sure that you kind of get creative with this. Or if you just simply need to rest and you're exhausted and you're able to do that, please make sure that you're getting sufficient sleep, because that is one of the key things to really coping with stress. So allow yourself to do what you need. If you want more resources on how to manage your well-being during this difficult time, myself and other therapists are providing secure video conferencing, or what we call telehealth or telemental health services in the state that we're licensed. So go ahead and go online. Things like Psychology Today and other resources can provide you with that information of who is doing that. Or you can find therapists that are even doing therapy over the phone. Not ideal. I prefer to see people, one-on-one. And we're just going to get through this together. We're going to do the best that we can. If you're noticing that you're really struggling, though, you don't need to get through this alone. Reach out. So I am going to also tell you that I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. If you just need additional tips on kind of what to do during this time, I'm going to be posting regularly. And I really look forward to seeing you there.